Hi, my divine masculine collective. Okay, so I am going to keep this video pretty short because I had to switch over cameras. So I'm going to give myself a few moments to quickly talk about what's happening with you guys and what is going to happen in the future. Although I don't believe in divination, I believe that we need to be prepared for what's to come. So thank you so much for tuning in for today's episode. If you came in from my TikTok or social media, and if you listen to my podcast, you would know that right now, union is here. And on my TikTok, I explained that your energy, you are mirroring divine feminine, and matching your masculinity and merging your feminine energy. Excuse me. Hello, my lovely divine masculine collective. I am here today to share some good news with you guys after some strenuous moments there, right? So if you tuned into my TikTok, then you will know that the update basically is the masculine collective is mirroring your divine counterpart, the divine feminine, pretty strongly right now. You guys are coming into union. For those of you watching this, and for those of you who have listened to my podcast, you can sense the strenuous and difficulties of being without your lovely feminine. It's no longer who am I, what is my purpose. It now feels like I know who I am, I know who I'm called to be, and now I just have to do it. I have to get back to my beloved. I have to get back to the love of my life, to the person who I know I could thrive with, who I could be myself with, who I could love unconditionally, and I know will love me back. They have shown me time and time again that she, he, they are the love of my life, are my soulmate, is my physical match. There's no one like them in this entire universe that gets me the way she gets me. And I'm channeling a message right now because it's very important for you to hear, divine masculine, that all of your efforts has finally paid off. And right now it's like this final push, but I was getting this sense of peace in knowing that you finally know who this person is in your life and who they always were. They were always that person they were telling you. You just took some time to see it, and now you actually believe it. Now you have been getting the confirmation that the time is now. This being one of them. But I do also feel this sense of boredom. Like, what is my purpose? What is life without this person that I long for? That I know can make me feel whole and loved for who I am. And the message came through very strongly as I was preparing for this reading, this message. I don't have my cards because Spirit has been telling me to do something different for this reading for the collective. And like I said, if you're coming from TikTok, you would know it was a precursor to what is being told now. But I had a dream where my masculine and I merged. And it felt like he was always there, but you were just waiting to be seen, acknowledged, appreciated for who you are. And there's a part of me that feels like you don't feel appreciated for your vulnerability, for your honesty that you bring. Because you are not like the rest. You will never fit into the mold. You were never meant to. You were meant to soar I'm hearing eagle, obviously, but I'm hearing 423. I'm hearing your time is now, divine beacon of light. Some of you out there, whoever is watching this, had to dim your light, had to feel like they couldn't break the mold, and that they had to surrender themselves, not to what they were always meant to do, but to their mother. And that's important because the vision I received is that divine masculines, I mean, I'm so proud of you. I'm gleaming right now with joy because a lot of you broke free from the dark mother archetype. And for those of you who don't know what the dark mother archetype is, it's primarily a woman, a mother, who is the like embodiment of evil. I'm sorry, I had to laugh because I feel like my masculine is just like, really, I'm in his energy now. My masculine's like, yeah, like, that bitch is evil. Like, not even trying to call his own mother or your own mother a bitch, but for those of you who have married into family traditions and beliefs that you never really had a solid foundation on, you never really felt firm in their beliefs, but you masked your true identity to fit into who you thought you needed to be for your family, and then you ended up marrying the same exact mirror of your own situation, of your own mother, of your own upbringing. And now you're in a position where it's either you're called to do great things or you'll be left behind. And I'm sorry to say, but that's important. And that's why this was like, it felt really eminent for me to get this out there. And I want you to heed my words and pay attention to what's coming, because this is for you. So follow through with the words I'm saying, the message that I'm giving you. Because although your counterpart builds the foundation and lays the foundation, you apply the building blocks. You apply, right? So she applies the cement, but you supply the blocks now to actually start building that home, building your legacy, building your dream life. And so the more you're stuck into the matrix, the more you surrender not to the divine, but to this image of a life that you thought you had to live and this person you thought you had to be, the more your soul dies. And the more recovery it takes for you to become who you were always destined to be. And as I'm saying that, I feel like crying. I feel this immense pressure, but also like solitude and peace, knowing that you are a sovereign being and knowing that you are set apart and that you're not crazy. Please don't think you're crazy. I feel it so strong that whoever is watching this needed to hear that. Like, you're not crazy for wishing for the best, for having sex with a loved one and them taking your love away. For the people who have used you and abused you, manipulated you, hurt you, and dug you into a grave. And now you feel like you have to dig yourself back up. And you had to do it alone, and you have been doing it alone. But then when you met this beautiful being of light, Your divine feminine is like your whole world shattered apart, and it felt like she was the reason for your happiness, but also your insanity. That she was your peace and your sovereignty and where your home lies, but then also the reason why everything's falling apart. And you know deep down that you betrayed her and that you were lusting after her, yet going back home to your husband, to your wife, to this person who you thought was your counterpart, but you use your counterpart to go back into that situation. That if I had this one night with my counterpart, with the person I truly love and I truly feel at peace with, then maybe I could tolerate this life here. And as I'm saying that, I feel this trickling on my crown. So I know you're going to receive downloads. This is an initiation, divine masculine. And even I sense a divine feminine is watching this too. This is your initiation. This is your activation to receive the message that you have been waiting for from your beloved counterpart. You have been waiting to hear from them. You have been reaching out. You have been masking your identity. And you're saying, no more, I cannot take it anymore, I have to break free. Who do you need me to be? Please forgive me. I could not see what was right in front of me. I couldn't see that you always loved me. I couldn't see that you were always the one for me. I couldn't see that you would never leave me or abandon me or forsake me. I couldn't see that you were the God I was looking for. I couldn't see that I am God. And for that, I am sorry. I am so, so sorry, and I love you so much. Please don't leave me. I'm sorry that I have forsaken you. I'm sorry that I abandoned you. And I promise you that was not my intention. This is me channeling so hard for the masculine energy. So trust me when I say that this is real. I really sense that divine feminine is watching this. So take a deep breath. Breathe in everything that you feel was a mistake, all your iniquities, the trials and tribulations that you have felt, the abandonment, feeling like your life is in ruins and scrambling just to get by. Take in the oxygen and release it. Know that the time is near. Know that the time is now to start living your best and truest life. Divine masculines are fighting against protocol, the status quo, structures, family, old traditions are being torn apart. They are fighting. You are fighting, divine masculine, and I'm proud of you. You hear me? You need to hear that. You need to know that you are being your own mother. You are nurturing yourself. You're loving yourself. It's not to say that your mother is a bad person or she abandoned you. She just didn't know how to love you. And yes, she may have used you to supply her own needs. And it's not her fault. Forgive them, Father, for they do not know what they do. Apply the scripture to your own life. Trust in humanity again. Let go of the vanity. Let go of the ego. Let go and practice humility. That's the only way you're going to get through this, divine masculine. I promise you. And what you'll find on the other side is true sovereignty. It's not a fairy tale. It's not temporary. It's not fleeting. So enjoy the moment and be here. There's a spiritual warfare, spiritual battle happening that you cannot see. And we need you. We need you on the battlefront, fighting our battles, practicing and being in your sovereignty, being the true masculine that you always were meant to be. But if you don't let go, fall into the unknown, and trust your purpose is greater than any obstacle that you're facing right now, you will never know what real love looks like. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you have gone through it. I'm sorry that you have to leave your old life behind because that was comfortable. But what's ahead? Nothing compares to that. And a part of you doesn't trust the peace in the unknown. A part of you no longer wants to be captive to what you thought was a fairy tale lifestyle. The grass was not greener on the other side. And now that you are starting to fight back, and you are fighting back from the dark mother archetype, please look it up. Please look it up. The anxiety that I'm feeling right now from you guys. My ears are ringing. So this is true. And if I need to talk about it more, I will. Please interact with me. I really want to hear from you guys. I really admire people who can show up for each other and for themselves. So leave a comment if you want to know more about dark mother archetypes. I could talk about that another post, another time. But essentially, you are made to be loving, enduring, captivating, charismatic, and patient. But somewhere along the way, you gave that up because you felt like you had to be a hero, because you felt like you had to mask your identity, because you felt like if you did not take care of your mother and provide for her because your father abandoned you, because your father abandoned you, you felt ridiculed by your mother, you felt undeserving of her love subconsciously, and that led to the trajectory of your life. But I feel this so deep in my bones that is no longer your portion. So I pray that you receive this message, my beautiful, beautiful counterpart, my beautiful, loving soulmate, my karmic. You are the end all be all. You can receive love again. You can trust again. Start owning your purpose. Start living the life you always imagined, and watch how things are going to start turning around for you. Those children that you feel like you may have to leave behind, trust that they will be all right. Trust that you're going to get them back. That mother that you felt who may have betrayed you, grandmother who stole from you, these messages are very targeted for whoever needs to see this whenever they see it. Know that it's okay. Know that it all happened for your good, even though it may not feel like it right now. Okay? I love you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please feel free to comment, like, share, subscribe if this is on YouTube. If it's on Instagram, give me a follow. give me a little shout out, whatever, you know, spread the love. I appreciate it. And tune in for more, okay? I love you. And you are merging with your feminine now because you are letting go of these archetypes. You're letting go of the karma and you're learning a lesson. So thank you so much for doing the work, okay, Divine Masculine? This was a very channeled message, but you needed to hear it. All right, take care.